How's it going? Motor City Miner here, coming at you from the farm. We're working on new to me KS1 today, thanks to Coastal Crypto. Link down below to Coastal Crypto. Awesome guys there. But yeah, got one of these because in the long run, I have that KS2 I've been working on, and even with my PSU upgrade on it to 2400 watt PSU, I still can't fully achieve the maximum overclock that's possible on there, and that again is just due to the cap even with my upgraded PSU. So essentially my strategy here is that I'm going to upgrade this unit's PSU as well, which is what today's video is about. But essentially I'm going to upgrade this PSU and move one board from the KS2 into here, so effectively have two KS1.5s. So 3 boards in each instead of 4, and that way I can, hit the theoretical limit of these hash boards, which I currently can't do. I was doing that with my Frankenbeast KS2 at one point with that 3300 watt PSU, but after that blew up in flames, don't really want to attempt it again, even though, I think it was just kind of a fluke with a bad PSU based on what went wrong in the PSU. But, I figured this is a better route, and I actually get more hash rate because now I got 2 more boards. So, but today we're going to go over how to swap out your PSU on your KS1 or KS2, and this is a swap that is 100% compatible with the bus bar in the KS1 and 2. So no crazy Frankenbeast, nothing like that, just a pure PSU upgrade. Now you're probably like, where are you getting these PSUs? Alright, so I do have some Superscalar K10s, and the Superscalar K10 I noticed comes with the proper pinout PSU to match the IceRiver KS1 and KS2. Again, that's a pretty rare pinout these days. It's been quite a while since I've seen a manufacturer use that pinout. The last one being TF Skywind International, which hasn't made, and that's the PSU that's running on my KS2 right now, which hasn't been made for quite some time. So until the new KS1, KS2, and the Superscalar, I hadn't really seen that pinout in a while. But the positive here, and what I'm getting at, is the Superscalar PSU is a 2400 watt output, 2600 watt input PSU versus the IceRivers, which are 2000 watt PSUs. So you can, in fact, do this, and you can buy, link down below, Jingle Mining is selling Superscalar K10 PSUs, 2400 watt output, and these are 100% compatible with IceRiver KS1 and KS2s. You can find it from other sellers as well because it is a Kenway PC PSU. They are still kind of hard to find, so again, Jingle Mining, link down below. Probably the easiest place to find one. But as you can see, it has the proper pinout. We have 2 grounds on the outsides and 2 hots on the insides. Again, not very common these days, but a 2400 watt PSU that has it. So you can indeed upgrade your KS1 and KS2 PSUs with a modern brand new PSU. You do not have to hunt down old Skywind International PSUs. So I'm going to get into this. We're going to open this up. We're going to throw this guy on here. I got to take off these 6-pin off here. But yeah, excited to upgrade this and then be able to hit full hash rate on both this the 3 boards that'll be in each. That'll be for a different video, but this is just a PSU upgrade for those interested in upgrading their KS1 and KS2 PSUs to a higher wattage model for overclocking purposes. So let me take off this shroud and we'll be right back. You can see we got the shroud off, we got this lying down. You can see the bus bar here again on the KS1 and KS2. These are your hot grounds, and the 2 in the middle are your hots. And that's what we got on this Superscalar PSU. They look about the same size. I'm not sure if the screw holes will line up perfectly with the plate. Again, that was an issue I had on my other unit, my old Skywind International PSU on my KS2 right now. The screws don't line up perfectly. I doubt these will either, but at least, it'll be able to rest on the rack. It's the same width and everything. It's not going to go anywhere. So we're going to unscrew these 4 here and attach the new PSU. for a quick PSU swap. Again, the standard one on the KS1 and KS2 is only 2,000 watt rated, whereas this guy, 2,400 watt rated. And that's all your model info there. So again, max output 2,400 watt, max input 2,600 watt. So, and that's why it has that model number, the BP 2600. So we're gonna get this off, throw this guy on, and it's a sweet and short video today, but you know, I think a lot of you will be interested in this option and knowing that where to buy a compatible PSU so you can overclock the hell out of your units without fear of blowing up your PSU anyway. All right, so we'll be right back. We got the new PSU into the holder here. A couple things to note. So the IceRiver PSU has holes on the front, which you can see there. Obviously, this guy is not going to have those, so you're not going to need these screws anymore. And looking at the bottom, it looks like we don't really line up very well. There is one that it looks like it will align, so I'm gonna attempt this. It might be just so slightly off. Again, if it doesn't line up at all, at least the shroud on the side plus the bracket, it'll hold it in place. That's what I've got running on my KS2. But I would like to at least have one screwed if I can. The rest you can see are just way off completely. You would think they would make these more standardized, but I guess not. So I'm going to see if that lines up, and if it does, we're going to hook this back up and see how it all lines up. If I do push this all the way back, you can see it lines up pretty much perfectly with our bus bars. These are, you know, movable a little bit. So, and that's with, you know, this tray pushed all the way in. So it's actually a slightly better fit in that regard than my other one. My other one, if you remember right, the pins are a little further into that PSU. So the PSU has to slide further back on this bracket. So there's actually a gap up front. Whereas this one is nice and tight up against here. Again, you can't screw it, but it's nice and tight and seems to line up with the pins. So really nice to see that. In fact, I'm thinking I'll get more of these PSUs for my other KS2. And that way, you know, I have a spare. So, or I'll go back to using the one that's on there currently, the old one that I've had for 5 years at this point as a spare. So yeah, let's see if this lines up, and then we should be almost done the swap. And look at that, guys. Lines up perfectly with one pin. The rest don't, but we got one. It's going to line up perfectly once we slide this all the way back in the back and, you know, bolt these guys down. So we're going to bolt these down and consider this PSU swap a success. And just like that, 2,400 watt PSU on a KS1/KS2. So yeah, this is a pretty easy swap. Again, link down below, Jingle Mining, nice referral link there. Hopefully get you a discount. You know, but yeah, if you are looking to upgrade the PSU on your KS1 or KS2 to get some little more overclock headroom, this is the PSU you want. Again, this is the only one I found with the proper pinout for the stock bus bar. Anything else, you'll have to do my crazy Frankenstein adventure, which we all know how that turned out. So I'm going to put the shroud back on, but I'm going to consider this a success. I don't even need to turn it on because I know this PSU works. And I have some more stuff I want to do. Like I said, I need to move a hash board in here. So that's all I got on the PSU upgrade for a KS1, KS2. Again, link down below to where you can buy this PSU. And comment, like, subscribe. And that's all I got. Until next time.